Und damit herzlich willkommen zurück bei The Council. Ja, wir sind hier angekommen in dem Schloss, was wirklich sehr, sehr schön aussieht. Und hier oben steht es auch schon, unsere nächste Sache, die wir machen müssen. Gehe zurück zur Gruppe beim Kamin. Ja, ich war noch nie dort, aber ich gehe dann gleich mal hin. Aber neugierig wie wir sind, sagen wir also erstmal hier oben. Mein Gott, ich stotter jetzt schon wieder was zusammen. Upsala. Ja, obwohl, gehen wir mal hin. Es gibt viel zu entdecken, viel zu erzählen.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men. Open to Brutus's page. Caesar, stabbed by multiple blows at once, sees Brutus raise the dagger on him. Then, covering his head with his robe, he delivers himself to the arms of the conspirators. Nice family. Let's keep it. Might come in handy someday.
Ja, Manuskripte, ja, Dinge zum Sammeln. Ja, mein Manuskript gesammelt, ob ich das alles mal so durchlese, muss ich sehen, kommt drauf an, ob ich es in der Story brauche. Ja. Wo laufe ich denn schon wieder hin? Ist ja wieder eine unsichtbare Wand oder glaube ich nicht? Bei mir ist das zu dunkel, ich sehe das nicht ganz so. Sorry, Leute.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Horn, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Riche, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here.
Ah.
I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord! Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer, so don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Eigentlich könnte ich Washington zuhören, dass das stimmt, was er meint. Aber ich gehe mal noch nicht. Ich glaube, der Washington, der begegnet mir bestimmt noch mal. Diese Entscheidungen. Also herausfinden, was Holm über meine Mutter weiß. Ja, Washington kennt ja meine Mutter, aber er ist ja auch einer, der eingeladen wurde. Deswegen sage ich mal, er wurde eingeladen und weiß vielleicht nicht, wirklich eventuell noch nicht, wo die sich aufhalten könnte. Deswegen entscheide ich mich für diesen Holm, für diesen Holm.
My vision is more important. Let's follow home. I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was, too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you. Would you have any information about the disappearance of my mother?
Very little, I'm afraid, my young friend. Your mother came at the invitation of Lord Mortimer. Then one fine day, we couldn't find her anywhere.
That's it?
As I said, I don't know very much. Lord Mortimer had the entire area searched immediately. We found no clue as to her disappearance. But I am convinced that as soon as Lord Mortimer becomes available, he will explain the situation.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Holm. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met? Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you are mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. What with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother. I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Eine letzte Frage. Eine. Ich will alle stellen. Da ist von meiner Mutter noch jemand verschwunden. Wer könnte eine Groll gegen meine Mutter. Was haben Hillsbury und meine Mutter miteinander zu tun? Was wollte meine Mutter hier?
Do you know the reason for my mother's presence here?
I hadn't the slightest idea, no. She was invited by Lord Mortimer.
But you don't know why.
Well, not really. I was given to understand that your mother was looking for something.
And do you know how long my mother and Lord Mortimer have known each other?
Several years, I believe. They seemed to know each other for quite a while. But it was the first time that Lord Mortimer had invited her to join us here.
Good. And finally, would it be possible for me to speak with Lord Mortimer this evening?
I'm terribly sorry, no, he really is quite unavailable. But please rest assured that everyone is doing their best to find your mother.
All the same, it's not the Chateau de Versailles. It can't be that difficult to find her.
Worry not, my son. I am persuaded that we shall find the famous Sarah de Riche. No doubt with new adventures to share, huh?
No!
Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing. Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Slight arrhythmia, nothing too serious. Do you often feel faint?
Leave me alone.
Yes, Elizabeth suffers from poor health. Her fits are part of her daily life.
I would guess it's more like an anxiety attack, as if something had suddenly terrorized her. She reeks of laudanum, though. Are you receiving any regular medical treatment, miss? Miss Adams, are you receiving any medical treatment?
No,
I don't know what you have to be afraid of yet, miss, but trying to drive out your demons with drugs won't do much good. Can you tell me something about her? Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. Sea air can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
let me. I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead.
You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
Ja, ich liebe Intrigen und Verschwörungen.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
The statue is impressive, and so are the paintings. Rubens, Le Caravage, Guignero. Lord Mortimer has very good taste, and the means to express it.
Oh, I see our young sir is a connoisseur.
Yes, in my spare time. Yet, I couldn't tell you who the artist of that painting there is. I think I recognize a theme, but the style intrigues me.
Saturn devouring his son. Oh, well, you wouldn't know. The artist is none other than Lord Mortimer. I thought for a long time that the painting wasn't finished, but my old friend assured me it was. Still, there's no accounting for taste.
Not very conventional, but it sure does hold your attention.
You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Da sind ja einige Hinweise nicht möglich, weil ich noch Fertigkeiten brauche. Aber ich denke, das erfahre ich erst später auch, wenn ich die Fertigkeiten habe. Ja. Gehe ich ganz fest davon
Ladies,
aus.
gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Oh, man. It's been quite a day. Right. Where is my room?
Jetzt geht's los. Jetzt kann ich erstmal euch umschauen nach den ganzen Gesprächen und auch selbst wieder mal was erzählen. Ja. Okay. Das war ja alles aufschlussreich, was vor allem was ich habe und was ich nicht habe an Fähigkeiten. Ich gehe mal davon aus, also ich werde nicht gleich mein Zimmer suchen, sondern mich allgemein mal umschauen. Muss ja noch irgendwo was zu finden sein. Wie hier?
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Übrigens, die Punkte, die ich links unten habe, das sind meine Aufmerksamkeitspunkte sozusagen. Ja. Die kann ich hier unten, wenn ich das habe, die gewissen Kräuter oder was weiß ich, in einer Richtung zum Beispiel Konzentrationspunkte wiederherstellen. Das nur mal nebenbei. Ja. Ah, hier sieht alles so schön glänzend aus. Ja.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Napoleon Bonaparte. Da komme ich nicht rein. Geh in dein Zimmer, ja. Geh in dein Zimmer, also echt mal.
Monsieur Jacques Perreux.
Lass mich doch hier nicht schicken. Ach, sieht alles so prunkvoll aus, ja. Herrlich. Einfach nur herrlich. Ja, Goldelixier. Goldelixier hebt alle negativen Effekte auf, die auf dir lasten. Du kannst nicht mehr als 5 bei dir tragen. Ah, das habe ich gemeint, ja, das in die Richtung schauen, weil ich hatte die Punkte jetzt aufgefüllt mal, bevor ich hier angefangen habe aufzunehmen. Also ich habe jetzt nichts verheimlicht.
Decorum Guide.
Kann ich auch wieder nach unten eigentlich? Ich glaube es nämlich. Nein, ach so, wenn das so aussieht wie so ein Schlitz, dann heißt das meistens, ich kann dort nicht lang. So, jetzt suche ich aber wirklich erstmal mein Zimmer. Kann ich auch die Gemälde betrachten? Nein. Das täuscht immer, wenn das so glänzt, aber dass ich was finde oder so. Nein, hier täuscht es nicht. Was haben wir hier? Ein Erdsternchen. Erdsternchen versetzt dich in den Zustand sensibilisiert. Du kannst vorübergehend die Immunitäten und Schwächen erkennen, die sich auf einen Dialog auswirken. Du kannst nicht mehr als 5 bei dir. Okay.
A devil's thorn. To be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
Gut für Gespräche. Wirklich wahr, um das rauszufinden. Es wird auch viel um Gespräche gehen. So. Nein, kann ich nicht hin. Natürlich, das wäre auch... Da würde ich erst überhaupt nicht mehr durchsehen, wenn ich überall hin dürfte. So, wo ist denn jetzt mein Raum?
Monsieur Johann van Wulner.
Mit dem US-Präsidenten kann ich jetzt auch nicht reden, oder? George Washington, ja, ist schon interessant, welche Figuren da manchmal mit dabei sind. Geschichte hier. Am Ende des Ganges hieß es. Aber wo ist das Ende des Ganges? Hier liegt ein Buch. Nützt mir noch nichts. Am Ende des Ganges ist mein Zimmer. Das ist es nicht. Oh. Das war jetzt bloß der Raum.
President George Washington.
George Washington, ja. Ah, das geht auch nicht. Ich hätte gedacht, ich könnte mit dem nochmal ein Schwätzchen machen. Das will ich aber wirklich mal mich hinlegen. Wenn ich jetzt wieder vorne rauskomme, also echt, Leute, wo ist mein Zimmer? Hier ist nichts. Natürlich gut, immer alles einzusammeln, aber ich möchte jetzt schlafen gehen.
Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Ah ja, hier ist der Priester.
Huh, that's me.
Wir haben es gefunden. Stunden später. So.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Ah, was soll ich tun? Den Brief, ja, das war den Brief, den ich vom Priester bekommen habe. Den werde ich nicht aufmachen. Brief öffnen, ohne das Siegel zu brechen. Nein, ich öffne gar nichts. Oder? Wir sind neugierig, ja. Das ist meine Fähigkeit. Also nutze ich die einfach.
So, it really is a list of French countrymen. Piaggi wasn't lying. Wow! Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Ja, jetzt habe ich natürlich wieder Punkte verbraucht. So. Berauscht. Du hast in einem Kapitel 4 Konsummittel eingenommen oder du schädliche Mittel konsumiert. Der Lektürer wird nicht mehr angezeigt. Wieso? Ich habe da nur meine Konzentration gestärkt. Karmelitengeist. Mit Karmelitengeist versetzt du dich in den Zustand fokussiert. Der nächste Fertigkeiten-Einsatz kostet dich nichts. Du kannst nicht mehr als 5 bei dir tragen. Wir wissen das. Was für ein Zimmer.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Saturn devouring his sun. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
Genau, das ist ja dasselbe Gemälde, was unten, links oben wird was nicht angezeigt.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Das hatten wir schon.
The Conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome. St. Francis of Assisi in ecstasy. before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. Golden Elixir.
Ah, da geht's noch weiter nach draußen. Ja. Schlossknoten.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Oh, hier kann
Lovely
ich raus.
lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Hier kann ich raus. Das merken wir uns gleich mal, ehe ich mich irgendwo zu Bett lege. Erstmal alles untersuchen. Ne? Hier scheint nichts mehr zu sein. Okay. Ich möchte mich ja ein bisschen umschauen mal. Ja. Auch viel sehe ich nicht. Ja. Außer die Küste, da ist natürlich wieder kein... Geh ins Bett steht hier schon, meine Güte, ich werde schon wieder geschickt. Ah, da komme ich nicht rein. Gut, da komme ich nicht vorbei. Da liegt auch was ich irgendwie... Na, da könnte ich auch drüber steigen, aber darf ich nicht. Oh, was war denn das? Wir gehen dann ins Bett, wenn ich ins Bett will.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Ja, vielleicht liegt es ja morgens nicht mehr da. Hier komme ich rein, das scheint dann auch mein Zimmer zu sein.
A Chinese coin.
Ah, nein, okay, das Zimmer gehört mir nicht mehr.
A pound.
Ich gehe mal da rein, wo ich raus bin. Wegen der Übersicht. So. Ah, ja, habe ich es gewusst, das wird wieder automatisch gehen. Ah, oben links, das könnte auch mal verschwinden, wenn ich jetzt schon schlafen gehe. Oh, das sieht ja herrlich aus, ey. Ohne Witz. Ich bin begeistert. Ich könnte hier nicht einfach so schlag. Ohne Erfolg. Was habe ich denn jetzt schon wieder falsch gemacht? Oh, ich habe den Anleger erfolgreich alternative Wege. Ich hätte in die große Halle bleiben können. Ja, das ist egal. Ja. Okay. Erfüllte Ziele. Oh, meine Punkte. Stufe 2. Was habe ich jetzt gemacht? Du kannst deine logischen Geister- und Sprachfertigkeiten meistern. Ja, ob mir das jetzt was nutzt, ich weiß es nicht. Keine Ahnung. Du kannst dich auf dein Wissen über Sagen, aktuell religiöse Dinge, ich weiß auch nicht. Eigentlich, ich würde mal meinen, ich brauche hier fast alles. Ja. Du bist in der Lage, die Menschen mit deiner Willenskraft oder deiner Einstellung zu überzeugen. Oh, das nehmen wir doch mit. Überzeugungskraft, ich glaube, das bringt mich hier am weitesten. Kannst du dir festgelegt. Die Regel der Höflichkeit und die die Etikette. Was wäre das? Es gibt... Ach, was ist denn jetzt? Das Ganze... Paradox. Eines zahlreichen Bände des Meisters Alchemie. Ich weiß ja nicht, was ich alles noch hier brauche. Die Regeln der Höflichkeit. Ja, das habe ich ja alles. Naja, ich lasse das mal so, ja. Die Regel der Höflichkeit. Wir bleiben höflich.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
De Richet can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Eine seltsame Vision. Ist immer noch die Vision? Scheint so, ja. Ich folge ihm ja noch, also bin ich noch in Trance.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Verrückte Sache.
I'm coming.
Okay, wer klopft da wohl an der Tür?
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
Ein Schlüssel.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join.
Das habe ich gerade gelesen. Hier war da noch was mit dem. Ach so, der ist. Gegenstand, Inventar, Menü erkennt. Das ist der Schlüssel, okay. Halt dich, Moment. Ehe ich hier die Tür aufmache, muss ich erstmal Dinge sammeln.
The incredulity of St.
Nein,
Thomas.
das ist jetzt nicht so.
Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
So, das ist alles. Das habe ich schon gelesen. Das ist, ansonsten liegt ja nichts mehr da, was ich jetzt noch brauchen könnte. Also, ich glaube, wir gehen mal an die Tür. Ah, schau dich das mal an. Das ist doch herrlich, oder? So. Oh.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
I bumped into her in the small salon before.
Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes, I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room, and perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Ich glaube, hier kann ich mich schnell entscheiden, oder? Meine Vision will ich ja auch rausfinden. Das kann ich aber auch später rausfinden. Ich bin ja praktisch angekommen. Ich glaube auch, dass das jetzt schon Kapitel 2 ist. Keine Ahnung. Ja, ich helfe George Washington. Ja, würdet ihr vielleicht auch so machen. Ja, die Entscheidungen, das ist das, was ich an Spielen eigentlich nicht mag.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
Ja, dann muss ich mich beeilen oder sowas. Ja.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
Die Treppen runter, also Lady Adams ist unten.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Ja, wo ich eigentlich kaum glaube, dass ich hier hetzen muss. Zumindest kann ich runtergehen. Miss Adams, das war die mit der blonden Frisur, ja. Ich höre hier jemand reden. Ah, hier steht doch schon wieder ein Spitzel.
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Wieso muss ich das tun? Wirklich wahr.
Come on, this guy's a cardinal? Weren't you about to enter the room, Your Eminence?
Oh, no. I was just passing by.
But since I do happen to be here, shall we go in together now?
I'd rather go and find help. It's safer.
Well, let's see. It's always the same ones who get dumped in it.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Ja, das hat nichts mit Gott zu tun. Du hättest du selbst nachschauen, ne? Echt mal. Who do you think you are? Mehrere Wege. Es gibt mehr als nur einen Weg, um dein Ziel zu erreichen. Dementsprechend kann es sinnvoll sein, nicht sofort den ersten Weg zu nehmen, der sich dir zeigt, sondern weiter zu suchen.
Give me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for
Okay.
what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
You filthy whore!
I apologize. Have mercy. Please have mercy. No!
I apologize. Nah. Mercy, have mercy. Nah. Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect.
Look, you dumbass! Are you deaf? She said she was sorry.
Call me that again. That's what I thought. Now get out! I have to deal with this dirty slut.
Nicht bitte nicht verstört sein, warum ich das gemacht habe. Das hat alles irgendwo auch seinen Sinn. Hoffe ich doch mal, dass ich so feige war gerade. Oh Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann. Normal ist das eigentlich das Helfersyndrom, aber ich wollte auch Washington.
Did you get time to search the room?
Yes, I found out many things.
Good.
Did Elizabeth give you any trouble?
Elizabeth? No. Well, you could have mentioned she was with a raving maniac, huh?
What do you mean?
She was with a Frenchman. He was about to beat her when I arrived.
What the devil are you talking about?
I thought he was going to kill the poor girl.
Did you intervene?
I did what was necessary to give you enough time to search her room.
Good work, my friend. I knew that I could count on you.
So tell me, did you find any information?
Oh, yes. What I found is likely to upset you.
What do you mean by that?
Elizabeth is indeed the daughter of John Adams.
Why pass her off as dead?
I found her medical file. It appears that for many years, your mother was her personal doctor. From what I read, she behaved more like a butcher than a doctor.
What are you talking about? I'm not a child. What's going on here?
John believed that his daughter was possessed. He appealed to your mother to save her, but the treatment she inflicted on the poor child... My God.
Look, stop beating around the bush. What exactly did she do to her?
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
My mother would never do something like that.
But she did. And with the blessing of the Order.
No, she wouldn't go that far. Prove it. Show me that file.
I left it in her room so as not to arouse suspicion.
My mother is not a monster.
I do not doubt that your mother meant well. But the techniques described in the file, it is pure torture.
My mother has many faults, but she's not the cruel woman you describe.
Believe what you will. But now you cannot say you were never told.
Also solche Dinge über die eigene Mutter zu hören, würde, glaube ich, jeder irgendwie nicht hören wollen. Ja, das ist natürlich... Oh. Ach so, ich kann mich auch ausruhen. Ah, da schauen wir uns um. Gehe wieder ins Bett. Nein. Ich gehe nicht zu Bett. Ich möchte mich mit diesen schönen Bildern erstmal hier, weil ich es für sehr passend halte, verabschieden. Denn ja, es ist an der Zeit. Und ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß, habt gerne zugeschaut und mir zugehört. Und auch wenn ich nicht so viel erzählen konnte, aber das haben solche Spiele an sich, die erklären sich fast von selbst. Da komme ich nicht dazu. Wenn ich dazwischen quatsche, haben wir dann mehrere Tonspuren. Es muss nicht sein. Okay, dann würde ich sagen, vielen Dank fürs Zusehen und Zuhören. Ich bin dann erstmal weg. Bis zum nächsten Mal hier bei The Council. Tschüss.